Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Okay. Okay. Am I live? Am I live here? Okay. 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 So I'm having trouble sleeping. So I said, let me get up here and do a quick podcast. Okay. First of all, I want to know, is Jeff Metcalf a Mountain Dew felon? Is he is Daddy Dearest, who was not living in the home with his boys, okay, who was an absentee father, okay, abusive, allegedly an abusive husband. Is he talking about people being watermelon felons when he's a Mountain Dew felon? I, I'm trying. He was arrested. Let me see what this young man said. Let's see what this young man said. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to the Knicks. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's find out here. Cause I'm saying I know.
Wait, I said what?
Okay.
Jeff's past.
Let's go back
to the internet. And if you see it anywhere else, just know where they got it from. They got it from me. No other news network, no other TikToker, no other creator has this. In 2011, Jeffrey Metcalf was arrested for SA. Those twins was 4 years old at the time. Shortly after that, the mother, Megan, packed up those fucking twins and got the fuck out of that house. Let's put the blame on him. Let's blame him for his son not being here. We need to shift focus. I don't mind dragging a Metcalf through the fucking mud if I can save Carmelo Anthony's fucking life.
After Jeff Metcalf publicly called Carmelo Anthony names and continued speaking about Carmelo's family, social media users began revisiting Jeff's past. As a result, an old criminal record has resurfaced online, fueling debate and criticism from people who believe the public should examine all sides of the story. Make that make sense. And again, in the words of the Williams brothers, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. Jeffrey. See, Carmelo was only 17 when he caught his charge, but you was 46 years old and saying people. You was 46 years old assaulting people, you big dummy. And then you had the audacity, bro, to call Carmelo a watermelon felon. So it's only right that I give you a nickname. I'm going to start calling you Epstein Jr. If you know, you know. But we'll talk about that later on in this video. So before I spaz out, look, y'all.
Okay, I will link the video in the description box. So Mountain Dew felon, Daddy Dearest. Okay, when the boys were 4, okay, everybody know Mountain Dew felon, Daddy Dearest. Okay, Daddy Dearest. Okay, ain't a good father. He's not a good father. You know why? Because his boys were what? Terrorists. They were terrorists. Allegedly, from what is being said, people coming out, you people in that town, this is your time to get your get back. This is your time to expose the Metcalf. All the business doings, all the employees that worked with him or under him or over him, get y'all go ahead and tell it. Tell us who this man really is. Where you were absentee father, you were a low life, you were a poor husband. The only person I feel sorry for right now is the mama. That's the only person I feel sorry for. You see, she ain't around here acting the fool. She really misses her baby. And she knows that she procreated with a watermelon felon. She knows that you ain't ish. I can tell by the interview she did when they mentioned your name. If you were such a family, why y'all need two GoFundMes? You should have gave your GoFundMe over to her because the boys were in her custody, not yours. Uh, uh, Mountain Dew, Mr. Mountain Dew, you are the problem. Because if you were a real man, instead of teaching that racist bullshit that has not benefited you, you can't shine. You ain't shining. Hey, guess what? Carmela's parents were together. Carmela didn't come from a broken home. Mm. You spitting out all these rhetoric. Most black men I know take care of their kids. Most black men I know take care of their kids. Many of you white men, rich and poor, weren't great daddies. That's why your kids beat your ass. That's why your kids kill you. That's why your kids talk shit to you. You're a disgusting human being, Jeff Metcalf. I want you to come for me. I want you. I would love to debate you. I would love to debate you and all the attorneys, black and white, who think that this wasn't a classic case of self-defense. Who thinks that Mr. Anthony, Prince Anthony, is not worthy of self-defense, is not worthy of equal protection under the law. They called you baby Epstein 2.0. You better read them Epstein files and what they think about you poor whites. Y'all really need to. Because the Jack and Jill Negroes do that to the poor blacks because they learned that from what? The racists. Because it's not racism, it's classism. That's really, it's classism disguised as racism. You pit you pit the old against the young, the rich against the poor, the black against the white. Demonic thrives on what? Division, divide. What it said, we want a nation what? Indivisible, indivisible. Okay, under what? God. That was the goal. That was the goal. That's why everybody want to come here. This was the land of milk and honey that they talk about in the Bible. But Pharaoh was concerned that what? They will outnumber us and take us over. It's in the Bible. It's in the Old Testament. Israelites enslaved. What that sound like? What do that sound like? Now, Mountain Dew Felon. On June 3rd, Juneteenth, guess what I want you to do? Go support a black business. You're an idiot, Jeff. You are an idiot, but you're also a victim of racism. You're not wonderful. You're not the criminal crim. And your white skin, like this young man said, I mean, he broke it down. He really broke it down. Let me play this young man. He really got to the nitty gritty. What do your white skin? Can you jump off a building? Can you jump off a building and survive? Can you stand in front of the train like Superman and survive? What is it that your white skin gets that make you better than anybody else with darker skin? I'll wait. Only the systems that are perpetuated by people that share the same skin color. That's where you get your power from. Other people in positions. Hold up. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because he really broke it down. I've never heard anybody break it down like this. Okay, here he is. This guy broke it down.
Of his own doing. Like, white folks are victimized by the thought process that they better than somebody. You victimize your motherfucker and say, you're white, your skin don't make you better than nobody. If your skin is that motherfucking bad, go to the tallest motherfucking building you can find and jump off your ass. Because your skin, besides what it affords you in this society, tell me what characteristic that your skin gives you that it doesn't give any other body person that's walking around this motherfucker. Can you stop a bullet? Can you stand in front of a speeding train? Can you fly, bitch ass nigga? Like, what is it that your skin, what does it provide you besides that y'all have collectively brainwashed y'all motherfucking self and brainwashed the majority of population to think that it's something special about your motherfucking skin color. And when it really isn't. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get it, the fear.
Yeah.
Is a victim.
Yeah, you're a victim of your own stupidity. You're a victim. Y'all holler DEI, DEI. Let me tell you something. If you see a black person in a position, let me tell you, they're 50 million times qualified. 50 times, because you know what we can't do when we get on jobs? We can't be a fuck nigga. We got to be able to do the job. Because guess what? We will be kicked out. And we even kicked out when we're good. I worked on a job with an Asian woman. Very good. Taught me a lot. This Asian woman taught me. We had a good relationship. My mother-in-law dies. On that week, she was on one. She was always mean to everybody. Nobody wanted to work with her, but I didn't care. I can work with difficult people because you know what? I don't pay them any attention. The most racist people are the ones who have trained me and helped me be a better attorney. Because what I do, I keep my mouth shut. As long as you don't say the N-word and call me a B, we're good. We're good. But that particular week, I just got back. My mother-in-law had just passed. And watching, her leave this earth opened up a whole can of grief. So when I got back, she was just on one. And I kept asking her, I says, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you all right? Because this is not like her. I mean, she was, and then I told her what happened. I just got back. My mother-in-law died, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. No condolences. No, not one thing. And she always partners up with this other racist guy. Okay. But see, they like me. They wanted me on their team because I I bang it out. Anybody work with me could tell you I'm at the top of my game. Anybody. So I was all emotional. So I couldn't take a bullshit that way. So I just said, I asked her, can you take it easy? Lighten up on me, blah, 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 this week. Because, you being extra mean, and I don't know what's going on with you, but I pray you okay. Whatever is making you this cold and upset. She has no children. She's not married. She's a loner. And Asians, they're mean to each other. They're mean to their kids. Them helicopter moms, they call them, they're mean. They So anyway, I told the recruiter, I said, I don't know what's wrong with her. Something's going on with her. This is not her, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'm having a rough time right now, blah, 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 blah. She acted the fool. I said, you know what? I don't have enough. I told her, I said, this is the last time that I'm gonna have them put me on another project, because they all fight. They were all fighting over me, all of them. They fight over me, okay, to get them on their team. She got mad. Instead of saying, I apologize, okay, I'm sorry about your mother-in-law, blah, blah, blah. She takes me off the project. She thought she was flexing. This is an Asian woman. She thought she was flexing. I didn't care because I was just waiting for the other project to start up, right? The recruiter went to HR, okay? The recruiter went to HR and told Donna. I didn't tell Donna, the recruiter did. Guess what HR did? Took her side. After all the training that they do, they took that. I said, I hope she, why they took her side? Because she was bringing in business. I wasn't rude to her. I told her I would pray with her. Got all my receipts. These people don't know. I could take the whole entire company down to the ground. I'm talking about flatline. They interfered with me going to another company. That's tortious interference of a contract. I could tear these people up. These people, most of them never practice law. They're paper attorneys. That's no disrespect. It's just that when you actually practice law, your mindset is different. You see issues, you spot issues. That's what they're supposed to teach us in school. You spot conflict and you rectify it, protect your client. They said, we talked to her, but we can't tell you what we said. Why didn't you call a meeting with all of it? And I told the HR person, get counsel in here and let counsel know what they, because I've been an in-house counsel attorney. You gotta let them know. See, HR don't communicate with counsel. I make HR, whatever company I'm representing, I'm in-house counsel for, I make HR communicate with the legal department. They don't want to communicate because they want to do the F-ish. They don't want the legal department involved. She refused to get the legal department involved. And she violated all kinds of laws. And I could take the company down. Got a big binder. I got everything in right. But you know what? I appreciate what they did to me. They trained me. They were there they banged it out. I took it as a time for me to move on. And I got a better See, when you do things God's way, when you fight the battle, not with carnal weapons. Okay? Fast forward. She messed with a white girl. Why she think? See, Asians, y'all got it effed up. Y'all got it effed up. Okay? Y'all got it effed up. You can't do what you do to black folks to white folks. And my white attorney was trying to get me to sue him. She wanted me to sue him. She was like, I'll be your girl. She put it all in right. Girl, I'll be your get him. She wanted, I said, no. Tell your little white friend to get him, and I'll be a witness. I'm not dumb. I'm a lawyer. I actually been in the courtroom. I know it's hard to sue for discrimination. Very hard. The EEOC is for white folks and other folks. So don't tell me about DEI. DEI means everyone but black people. That's why you don't see me crying over them getting rid of DEI. When we got to go through annual training as corporate attorneys, right? And they started that DEI bullshit. Guess where black folks were? At the bottom of the list. They had 15 other people. We were at the bottom. The bottom. DEI is not civil rights. It has nothing to do with us. I don't know why black folks upset about it. Good. Get rid of it. Because it was to dilute the civil rights movement, to dilute all the benefits that blacks have gotten under the civil rights movement. I'm not impressed. I don't care. Tear DEI up. I'm like, are y'all stupid or are y'all dumb? There was no need for DEI. We have plenty of protections. Okay? So anyway, got a better opportunity. Making me even more powerful. Do it God's way. Y'all don't have to get upset. When folks start acting up, and take it as God hardened their heart, because there was no reason for her to act a fool like that. That was my buddy. She trained me. She liked working with me because I did all the work. She didn't have to. Because I like working. I'm a good slave. I'm about to emancipate myself. I'm about to free myself. I'm about to what? Okay. Okay. But anyway, yeah. Do it God's way, people. You ain't got to fight. Just be excellent. Just be good at what you do. Just make sure what they say about you, the negative stuff, is not true. You ain't got to prove nothing. You just got to live. That's what I've learned in my 58 years. I've never argued with racism. Even in common law class in law school, we had BOSA, the Black Student Unit, against the Federalist Society. I sat in the middle. I sat there. My teacher loved us. Seton Hall ain't never have a bunch of Negroes, that many Negroes, graduate again. We only lost one student. All of us graduated and graduated on time. We got up out of there in 3 years. 3 years. Shout out to my boy, Jesse Hamilton. Keep your head up. That's my classmate. Eric Adams, former attorney. I don't care what they say about him. That's my boy. He gave me the name Tell the Truth Ruth. We used to sit in the class. It was a civil war up in my common law class. I sat there. So after, I'm sitting there waiting, So the president of the Federalist Society, Mike, I gotta look Mike up. Mike come over there talking to me, because, ain't no other black folks didn't like Mike. Mike sat there, talked to me. I listened to Mike, and I told Mike my point of view. And he said, Shawana, I see it now. He said, I wish there were more. He said, no, I wish there were more people like you in the earth, on earth. They tried to get me there. They were so nice to me. Them white boys would walk me to the bus stop, make sure I was okay, someone would ride me to Patterson from Newark, New Jersey, because I took public transportation every day to the bus. Shout out to New Jersey Transit. Them drivers used to look out for me. They looked out for me. Matter of fact, I was attorney for one of the drivers. I did the closing when he sold his house. When I became a lawyer. He lived next door to my uncle. Shout out to New Jersey Transit. It kept me safe. We got in there and just took care of me. They took care of me. They looked out for a sister. Before I used to get the bus card, before your the balance of your was left over from, that's what I lived off, the excess from. I stayed home with my mom. I commuted from my mother and my father. We lived together, and they had these little tickets, so they would have to punch holes in the ticket. So instead of them, punching holes in the ticket, they would save those tickets for me so I could ride the bus for free until I was able to get my bus card for the month. Because he told me, he said, look, get a bus card. The bus driver, get a bus card. It's cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And you get it monthly. And, I think you could pay for the year. I'm not sure. But I know I would buy the bus card after that. But before that, they used to save the tickets and give them to me when I got on the bus, so I could ride for free. Shout out. Because they said a black sister up there going to law school. Okay, now. They were so proud. And then come home, drugs transaction in the exit, the drug dealers, the crackheads say, hey, lawyer, let me pass right through. Never got attacked, never got raped. They was just so happy. They said, hey, lawyer. Mm-hmm. Carry my books across the bridge, over the Passaic River. And I'm good at what I do. Good. Not a little bit. I'm good with it. I'm a good attorney. So I already proved them wrong. They try to make fun of my name. They say, the girl with all the consonants in her name. White boys gotta find something. Just don't say the N-word and we good. Just don't disrespect me in my face. We're good. I don't care what you say behind my back. But anyway, I'm done. Okay. Did you get it? Send this to Jeff Metcalf. Mountain Dew Felon. Daddy Dearest. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good evening. It's been real. All right. Increase. All right. Increase the inner peace. Bye.